This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 653 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for March 11th, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. Kia ora people. I am your host, Lee. I am here with Tracy, Michelle, and Chris.
This week we continue our countdown to the opening of Epic Universe by taking a look at Volcano Bay. But before we get started,
UUOP is brought to you by the Producers Club. Join today and get bonus episodes, chance to be guest host, be part of our awesome Facebook community, and more. Head over to uop.supercast.com to subscribe. Shameless plug.
It makes me laugh every time I hear that.
we noticed. For those who don't know, here's the backstory of Volcano Bay. It all began with the fiery god Krakatoa. Though his wrath and fury dominated the land, he couldn't contain the adventurous spirit of his daughter, Tai Nui. She fell in love with a native youth named Carla, and when her fiercely protective father learned of the romance, he flew into a rage and he banished Carla forever to the sky, where he became the moon.
Overcome with grief, Tai Nui's tears became the sea. Krakatoa then realized he had only succeeded in destroying what mattered most to him, his daughter's happiness. Determined to reunite the young lovers, he reached into the earth and pulled it to the sky, creating the volcano of Volcano Bay. Krakatoa trapped the remains of his anger and jealousy in the form of the fire spirit Vol, whom he imprisoned deep within the volcano. This is how the sky, sea, and earth united to form the paradise of Volcano Bay.
And the backstory of its people. So before they came to Volcano Bay, the Waturi traversed the ocean in outrigger canoes in search of a new home. According to the legend, a mystical fish named Kunuku was destined to guide them.
Their voyages took them to the far corners of the South Pacific, and wherever they went, the Waturi embraced the customs, music, and art of the many people they encountered. But alas, nowhere did they find Kunuku. On and on they searched until they came to the very edge of the world, and it was there that they found Kunuku playing in the waves. Within a day, Kunuku and the winds of fortune led the travellers to the shores of Volcano Bay. The Waturi knew that, at long last, they had found home. Oh, I don't know whether I ever knew the backstory of Volcano Bay, actually. I love that they've gone to that extent, actually, to create a whole story of why Volcano Bay exists.
Yeah. I mean, very reminiscent of kind of, islands and...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, very much, actually. It's going to be interesting to see what the backstory behind Celestial Park is then at Epic Universe, because there's got to be a story behind it.
Absolutely.
As you noticed, Tracy and I have joint co-hosting this one because we've spent literally an hour between us in Volcano Bay, so we're kind of going to steer the ship and let Chris and Michelle kind of talk much more about the park because they've spent more time there than us. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, obviously one of the big things that Volcano Bay has over anything else at Universal Orlando, and that is their Tapu Tapu wearable, which if you think back to Little Things last week, Seth mentioned that it's currently not being used in the park because they're testing out not having Tapu Tapu and virtual lines during lower crowd times at the park. Obviously you're going to see that through November through probably February, March. But Tapu Tapu is something I know when they announced it for Epic Universe, Volcano Bay, I expected to see it get implemented in the parks.
Yes, I was quite concerned about it. I remember that much.
So for you that have used it, how is it?
It's okay. I mean, it was cool when it first came out, but even then, I felt like it was limited to its functionality, right? So you couldn't. I can't remember. I'm also a very bad person now to ask because it's been so many years since I've been there. But, and Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, were you able to link your credit card to Tapu?
Yes.
Yes.
So that you could use that to pay. But here's the crappy thing, and I don't know if this was done intentionally. Well, okay, don't carry your wallet. Don't carry anything. You have your Tapu Tapu. You can go get drinks, food, ride. but you can't put your pass holder discount connected to that. And it's such an easy, tech-wise, it is such an easy thing to implement. And I can say that with certainty, that to not put it in there, is it like one of those shady ways of getting a little bit more money by not making it easy to do your pass? I don't know. But it always bothered me that you couldn't do that. And then
well, even when you do mobile food order in the parks without Volcano Bay, you still have to input your AP every single time.
Why?
Yeah, makes no sense.
It's ridiculous.
Well, and also, Chris, don't you have to carry your ID with you?
That's what I was going to say. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though you can pay for your food, if you want to buy an alcoholic drink, you still got to have some sort of ID on you.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Which it's easy enough to like stick a driver's license
down your bra
in a pocket, because that can get wet and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, there you go.
As much as carrying around a phone.
Let's be honest, right? That's where that phrase was coined, on Gillian being on a Volcano Bay roundtable for this podcast. But that's cool. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The thing that Tapu that it was mainly implemented into the park for was being able to tap into attractions and stand in a virtual line, which it doesn't ever seem to have done the job that it was designed for fully. I don't think people have seen it. Like
I always felt that it was. I think it's a failed experiment. Right, you have the magic bands over at Disney, and I know they're different, but they want to serve a similar purpose. And I think Universal said, "Hey, let's go and try to implement this. We can make it super easy for people to wait around and not have to be in lines, and we'll sell more food, we'll sell more drinks, yada yada yada." But they didn't go down like all the way with the idea and actually try to do. Whereas Disney lost millions and millions of dollars implementing magic bands. And they knew it was going to cost a lot of money on the back end, but they will profit from it years later. So it was much more strategic thinking on their part. Whereas Universal, I think maybe a third party came up to them, said, "We have this solution. Do you want to implement it?" Sure. And never did anything else with it. Whereas the magic band is an internally built tech that Disney does. And, maybe they hired a third party, but really they control all that stuff. I don't think that's the same case for Universal. This is just hearsay and from what I can see online. But I really feel like there was a lot of opportunity that they could have had with this, and they just missed out on it.
I don't know. I never had any issues with it. But then again, my family doesn't ride a lot of the slides, but we did without fail always do the aqua coaster. And I mean, the process was really easy for us, especially after they fixed the whole like magic band falling off issue with putting that little extra thing on it that keeps it in place.
Yeah.
But like we would get a locker, stash all of our stuff in the locker, and literally not touch it again until the end of the day, because we had our bands. And I mean, you can't use your AP discount on alcohol anyway. So I didn't really care about the AP discount for the little bit of food that we bought. I don't know. I found it nice.
I think for obviously not having used it, I think for a water park, it was a really good idea to be able to give you access to your locker, pay for your food, and be able to tap in for virtual lines and not have to carry something around. So you could literally walk into that park with nothing but your swim trunks on or whatever you might have on, and that tap and be good for the whole day. I thought it was a fantastic idea if it worked properly. Now, explain this to me then, because I'm sure they changed it. How many? You can only tap into one ride at a time with it, though, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can ride any ride nows and not
or stand
get
in
affected
line
by that.
Yeah.
Do they have standby lines? So if you tapped in virtually for one of them, could you go and is the standby lines for the others?
No. If there's a line at all, then no, you can't get in line. But if there's no line, then like Chris said, it'll say ride now.
Well, wasn't there? Didn't they make additional changes? And again, it's been a while, but I believe 2 rides were standby only, or 2 slides. They changed to standby only, and those, even if you have another ride on your band And if there's a wait, because there's only standby, right? You could still wait in line there while keeping your magic band. Wow.
I don't remember.
While keeping your Tapu Tapu on that other ride.
I don't remember.
I feel like they made a change similar to that, but I'd have to.
But in the times that we've gone, and I've gone, it's been a little while, but I've gone a good number of times. We've never had any bad experience. We've never had to wait in lines ever. Even when we rode the other slides, we never had to wait in lines. You just kind of go do your thing. And there's so much other stuff to do that don't require waiting in a line at all that you don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't care that you tap in for a ride and it tells you an estimate of how many minutes you have, but you don't really care and you don't look at it at all. You just kind of go and play. And then all of a sudden your band will vibrate and it's like, all right. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Let's go ride that.
I know, Tracy.
You don't think about it.
If Tracy and I went, that we'd quite happily tap in for a ride and then just go and do one of the lazy rivers and just do the lazy river in between every ride because they look fantastic. I mean, we'll talk more about them later, but there's always plenty of stuff. I mean, just wandering around the park. Like I say, we've only spent an hour in there just walking around and getting to experience, and it was absolutely stunning. It is stunning.
Well, and there's lots of places to tap to play. So that's what they call it. There's tap to pay, tap to play, tap to ride.
Tap to pay.
And so the places to tap to play, like over the bridges,
Thanks,
you tap and you get people wet. You to some of the pools. Hey.
Just takes a
tap to get people wet.
You tap and it
Is
gets
that where
wet.
tap it comes
tap
from?
To get wet.
Maybe I'd tap that.
Yeah.
I just gave all the men a good tip. Okay.
Wow.
Jesus.
They're one of the cool pools. It's to the if you're looking at the big wave pool to the right, there's a stationary pool right there that doesn't have waves or anything, and there's some cool totem pole looking things in there that you can go and you can tap, and it does all kinds of cool stuff. So I don't know. I've never not been entertained while I'm there.
I suppose it depends.
You don't think about lines.
What your target for getting done in a day is, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like if you're there just to chill out, enjoy the park, and just ride something every now and again, then I guess it's you're gonna make the Tapu Tapu's gonna be more on your side. Whereas if you're like, I want to ride everything while I'm here, then maybe it could be a bit more of a hindrance.
Well, let me play devil's advocate real quick. So I think it was the last time we went. We were staying at Cabana, and we try to, during the summertime especially, it rains every day. So if you can time it right and come in right after a rainstorm, you can ride a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot quicker.
Because for some reason people leave while it's raining at a water park. Yeah, okay.
Yes, right. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I know.
But I remember we were a bit frustrated last time because obviously you want to ride Krakatoa. It is an amazing ride. Everything from start to finish. So we went in there, we tapped in, and it was 180 minutes.
Jesus.
It's always some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
So we tapped into that, and then we're like, okay, that's fine. Let's just go explore a little bit. And we went on the lazy rivers, went on the rough river, and got some food, got some drinks, went back in the river. Can't ride anything else because I don't want to give up my time. And then we were just bored. We were like, okay, I want to do something, but I can't give up my Krakatoa.
Yeah.
And it was this weird position where I'm like, I don't want to eat and drink anymore right now because I know that's a weird thing to hear from me, but I don't want to do either of those things. I just want to go ride something. And it was annoying to say the least to have to just wait around. And I'm not sunbathing. I'm not a sunbather. I
know you don't do Disney either, but that's the same concept of magic bands are now lightning lanes. You don't especially at the beginning, and it changes quite often, to be honest, but you don't want to use up your spot for a lightning lane reservation that has a really long wait time in the future because you can't get another one until you check into that, right? So you have to be strategic about the order of operations, even with Disney. So it's the same with Tapu Tapu. I mean, it's a fairly well-known tip that you don't tap into Krakatoa first if you're interested in doing the other rides.
Yes.
Because you can always tap into Krakatoa later.
But if it's when we go during the summertime, it's going to rain. And so if I'm on a trip there, like, because we're not going that many days now to Volcano Bay, when we had it on our card or our pass, it's a ride where there's 2 rides in that park that we want to do every single time. And one is Krakatoa and the other one is Onu, something with an O and an H. I forgot the name.
I mean, there's a few to be fair.
The giant
I know
blue
which
one that
you're
goes
on.
up the wall closest to the tower.
Ono Ikemoya. Is it
That's
Ono
the one.
Ikemoana?
Yes. There you go. So it's one of those things where I have to really plan. If I really want to ride Krakatoa, which if I'm only going once a year to that park, I have to ride it, right? It's like going to the regular parks and having to ride Hagrid's or having to ride Velocicoaster. Those are like your go-tos that you have to do. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. And to go back to what you said, I absolutely hate and despise the Lightning Lane, Genie, whatever it was when I was there like a couple months back. It's the first time having to do all that. And there was 6 of us in the park.
It's so complicated.
I went multiple times. I spent more time talking to team members trying to figure out how to get my entire family together on this one ride. God forbid you change one thing, it ruins the thing. Then they have to override on their iPads. And I did all this planning while there. Didn't have any idea about this prior. Like I knew you had to do some stuff.
Maybe you should have reached out to your trusty travel agent, Christopher.
I gotta talk to her.
By the way, this is a Volcano Bay episode, not a Disney episode.
I guess my point is it's a good system
Implemented
but it
badly.
has its flaws. It has its flaws,
Of course.
like anything else.
So it's a good system implemented badly then.
Not entirely. Like Michelle said, there is good stuff, right?
Yeah,
it is nice
just
to be
needs
able to
some
tap
tweaking.
into stuff. It is nice to tap with your watch because it makes sense in a water park.
Yes.
You're not carrying around a bunch of stuff. But there's these little things that they can do to make it exponentially better.
Yep.
And I think that's where they fall off at.
Okay.
Well, one thing that would be nice would be one of 2 things. Either make it so that you tap into Krakatoa and you can also do one other.
Something else. Yeah, that would make
Because
sense.
Yeah.
Krakatoa obviously has a long wait.
Yep.
The other thing that they could do is similar to Disneyland. I think Disney World does this too, is you can make a reservation and within like either you ride on that reservation and then you could book another one, or if 2 hours have passed after you've made that reservation, then you can make a second reservation.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are things they can do to tweak it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But like I said, in the years since that park is opened and I've gone, I've never had any complaints about it ever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
As well as plenty of free seating, Volcano Bay also offers premium seating. A pair of padded lounge chairs with an adjustable shade canopy, a lockbox and an area attendant, and also single and family cabanas which come with a towel service, padded lounge chairs, complimentary fruit and snack basket, a small fridge and concierge service.
And you've always said if we ever go and do a full day, that's what we're buying, these $1,200 family cabanas.
And that's why we've never been.
If you go with multiple people and you can split that
Yeah.
cost, it's really not bad.
So
I would
Michelle,
love to do
there you
it
go.
one
So-
day.
Weekender!
come on. So Michelle, how was the family cabana?
I actually haven't.
She hasn't done all of them, is what she means.
No, I haven't done any of them. I haven't even done the premium seating because my fat ass is floating around the river the whole damn time. So I don't
Yeah.
need a seat.
Yeah.
She stays inside the private room in the Krakatoa. So she just comes
Nope.
down.
Nope. I might go in to say hi to Vol every now and then. Well, I used to. Sad.
Aw.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vol.
No, I can be found in the lazy river all day.
Yeah.
But that being said, I've sold plenty of them for clients and I've never had a complaint. They're amazing.
They're so cool.
They are, yeah.
And-
Especially the second, like you can get ones up on the second level. Just like that view
Oh, yeah.
would be
Yeah.
phenomenal.
It's
And to
such
be
a
honest-
smart idea to be able to tap into any ride from there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the premium seating is actually a really good deal.
Okay.
I mean, they're really not that expensive, and it includes 2 seats that are connected to each other. The lockbox, so you don't have
Yeah.
to rent a locker. An attendant who comes around and can take your order. It's for the price, and you get all that. It's actually a really good
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, but there is plenty of free seating about as well, though, isn't there? I know, like, we've watched a lot of vlogs and stuff, and there's like some hidden
quiet little
ones,
areas,
some really secluded areas that people don't know about.
I mean, there's always seating somewhere,
Yeah.
but not always in ideal places.
It'll be exactly just odd places in that park that you'll never find again.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. I like that though.
Not if you left your stuff there.
That's
Well,
true.
I mean, no, not if you want to actually sit down and relax and like enjoy your time sitting down.
Yeah.
You don't really want to be sitting
A million miles
you know,
away from everything. Yeah.
amid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So for those, let's talk about the park. The park itself is split into 4 areas. The volcano, that's a surprise. The wave village, the rainforest village, and the river village. So let's talk about the slides first and foremost, because let's be honest, they're the big draws. We talked about Krakatoa already. That's the aqua coaster. So is it linear induction? It's like Magnus, isn't it?
Yeah.
magnets. Yeah. And it's fun, but I every single time I ride it, I have convinced myself I'm going to get decapitated.
Because
Why?
it goes
It's slightly terrifying.
Because doesn't it go like through the volcano itself, and there's like some of those stanchions that do look like they come very close to where that track is.
Well, like when you come up a hill, obviously it shoots you up the hill. Okay, so you're shooting up this hill. When you get to the top, and during those drops, there's no top on the slide at all, right? But then when you get shot to the top of the hill, all of a sudden there's a top back on the slide because of whatever you're about to go on a curve or something. So every single time I feel like, damn, I'm about to get decapitated.
Wow.
So either you fall off the slide or we'll cut your head off.
Basically,
Yes.
I think the slide you see that is one of those that's controversial as to whether people will actually ride it or not is the body plunge at the top of Krakatoa. You know, the drop, like
Never.
the drop.
Nope.
Have you not done
No,
it?
thank you.
Neither of them.
Oh, I've done it.
Right.
I've done it. It is terrible.
Terrible as in what way?
It's got to be the worst enema
It feels
ever.
like you're getting it feels like you're dying. It feels like you're being waterboarded. You can't breathe because there's water shooting in you at all times. In the middle of the summer, it is hot, so it's humid, and you're getting steam inside you when you think there's no water
Inside
hitting you.
What?
And the,
Yes.
and the slide
multiple
feels
orifices.
the slide feels like it's 30 minutes long.
So have
It's terrible.
either of you two done Summit Plummet at Blizzard Beach?
Yes.
No, I don't do those kinds of
No,
stuff.
So-
I'm not stupid either.
Chris, I've done that twice. How does this compare?
I am not a Summit Plummet guy, and I would do that any day of the week over the one here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that one hurts too. That one hurts. This one doesn't really hurt. That's the thing. At least it didn't for me. It's
'Cause you
more of
die.
the not being able to breathe. That
Yeah.
was the whole thing for me. I did not like that.
I remember going with Raymond, our oldest, when he was about 10,
Uh-huh.
and Tracy wasn't going to do it, and
Yeah, I'm
Finn
done.
wasn't going to do it. So we were like,
Finn
we
was
go
too
to the
small.
top of it, and I'm like, are you going to go first or am I going to first? And he's like, 10-year-old, I'll do it first. We get to the top, and he's like, you can go.
Yeah.
So I went, and I felt like I was stood at the bottom of that slide forever, waiting for him to come down, because he's obviously stood at the top, his pants,
Yeah,
like trying to
Quite
decide.
rightly so.
He did it in the end. And he enjoyed it, but I went and did it again, and that's when I got like 3 tons of the pool up my nose, and
Yeah.
ended up with really bad sinuses the next day. They're not a fun
Up your nose.
experience.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, not up my
Your arse.
ass.
No,
Up my
I don't do
ass.
those.
No. Come on, people, talk to us about slides, because I haven't done any of them. Nope.
Well, it's going to have to be Chris because I really haven't done a ton of these. I've done the aqua coaster every time. I've done one of the 6-person raft rides. I'm not sure which one.
Is that the
Whether it was
Maku?
the Maku or the Puhi.
Puhi?
I'm looking at the names now. Hold on. Let's see.
See, the ones I think look fun at Oh Yeah and Oh No, they're the ones that are either a 4-foot drop in the pool or a
It's a big
6-foot drop in the pool at the end. Those look pretty cool.
No, I've done
No.
the blue and green ones, the Tanawa tubes.
All right.
They look fun.
I mean, water slides are always terrifying for me.
So-
I'm not connected to a track, so I'm
The-
really not able to speak to them very much.
The Honu of the Honu Ika Moana. That one
That's
is the one I was talking
The
about
big
earlier.
blue one. Is that the one that
So
like
good.
comes up and you like
Yes.
skirt around? Looks like you're going to come over the side of it.
Hmm.
I'll never forget the first time riding that. I swear to you that we were going to land on I-4 because it's just going straight up, and I-4 is right there. And every time we ride it, and it's nice if you have a lot of like adults that are on the heavier side riding that, because it'll get you that. Yeah, it gets you that boost all the way up. I swear, it feels like you're going to come out. But that and Krakatoa are like the two rides we have to do every time. The other ones will just kind of pop in. We're more of the lazy river, and we're river people, so we do that more than anything else. I think we've done almost every slide there. The body slides, they're all right. You know, there's nothing. I'm trying to think what else. The Punga racers, those are fun. I think that's the ride that's always, you know, a standby that you can just. They changed that years ago, so you didn't need a tap in for that. You just go wait while other rides are waiting on your tapu.
They're like the racy ones, are they? Like four slides next to each other. Yeah. So they're fun, aren't they?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that's really good to mention about this water park, because this is not the case at a lot of other water parks, is that you never have to carry your floats up
yes,
to the top of the slide.
That's a great
idea. That is a fantastic point. It is one of the biggest selling points, I think, for this water park.
Yep.
If you've been to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon especially, that was one of my favorites. My Lord, is that an exercise?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough walking to the top of some of those slides on your own without carrying a big bloody inflatable thing with you.
I used to always love watching like the families with little kids, and it's just one dad carrying a giant raft by himself. Yeah, and you know he's in a living nightmare for him. Like he's hating himself, he's hating life, and you know it's just the kids are like, yeah, let's go ride. That always makes me crack up when we go over there. I
just find water parks such an awkward experience because like being semi-naked around a load of other semi-naked people isn't fun for me.
Well, and what grosses me out is all the standing water. And
that's 90%.
Because you are standing, I mean, and there's lots of kids and kids pee themselves, especially around water. I always feel like I'm standing in someone's.
Let me tell you, it's not just kids.
Oh God!
Have you just admitted something?
I didn't admit anything, but I'm telling you, men just go, I'm just going to go. I can't be bothered to go at the toilet. There's enough chlorine in this pool. It's fine.
Yeah, but the standing water, like when you're walking on the sidewalks or you're standing and, climbing the stairs and there's puddles and so gross. And a lot of places don't let you wear shoes when you go down the slides.
No.
So,
because those things, I know when we went to Blizzard Beach, even though it was in like November, those walking paths still got hot and they burning your feet running around that park. Yeah, cool. I guess we're all not. We should have got someone on here who's actually a Volcano Bay person. I thought that was Chris, but he hasn't been for quite a while.
Is a Volcano.
I am. I just have not been. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
I think after all of that, we need a bit of a rest, so we'll take a quick ad break.
I wish to go to Liverpool.
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, there are 2 rivers at the park. Te Awa, the Fearless River, and Kopiko Wai, Winding River.
See, I love a lazy river. Like we spent, when we, again, talking about Blizzard Beach, because that's our main sort of experience of a water park in Orlando. We spent so much time in that lazy river there. They are just, because I think it's that thing, they take quite a while as well. You can jump in there and you can get around the park on them as well, which I love. And they're just a laugh, aren't they, really?
Oh, they're so good.
Yes.
It's honestly
the best.
Again, growing up, we did Typhoon Lagoon every summer. And that is my favorite lazy river, especially because that's one of those that you can really go around the entire park prior to the expansion they did years ago. These here at this park, I love both of the rivers, especially the Fearless River. I love it. It's so much fun. The only downside is that they don't circle the entire park.
Okay.
So you can't use it as a transportation system the same way you do at Typhoon. I don't remember if Blizzard, if you can do it
Blizzard
there.
Beach did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that, right? Because it's like, oh, let's go to this side of the park. Okay. Hop in the water and let's float.
I love that this has got 2 though.
Yeah.
Like you've got one that's
Uh-huh.
going to blast your insides out,
Uh-huh.
and one that's just going to calm you down afterwards. Michelle, what are you going to say?
Which this is the first one I've ever done, the Fearless River, like a rough river as opposed to a lazy river.
This is literally my biggest draw to spending a day at Volcano Bay. Like literally, I'm like, I really want to take a day off and do nothing but float.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a really long river, even though it doesn't go around the whole park.
It is long.
Pretty long. And it's so therefore it's big enough that it doesn't get. You can get on it without feeling crowded. And it's just so relaxing. It's so nice. And there's like lots of water features and waterfalls that you can go under if you want to cool off. The Fearless River, I actually haven't done that one in a while. The very first time I ever went to Volcano Bay, it was with several other travel agents. And we had the best time ever. I mean, I've never laughed like a child in my adulthood since like I did that day. We were floating around that Fearless River for hours, cracking up. And then when I took Krista the first time, which she was probably still only like 6 years old. And it was a little scary for me as a mom. Because it is really rough. And there are sections of that, especially when you get close to the areas that are pushing the waves out, those areas, you can take in a lot of water. You can swallow a lot of water because the waves coming from those machines get really tall. And so you lose your footing if you're trying to have any footing. And then when it splashes you down, you just kind of go under in the waves. And so that kind of terrified me as a mom. But now that she's older, it's fine. But yeah, we can spend our entire day in these rivers. It's the best. And then the lazy river goes through the volcano, and that's the freaking coolest part of the whole thing.
That was the Fearless one that did that.
No, it's the lazy one.
It's gorgeous going through there, and also the soundtrack that they play.
Yeah, the Fearless one's just so rough; it flips you over into the calm one, and then you go under the volcano.
I think the good thing about
that's what happened.
These two as well is that there's not, like you can do them at any point. We've talked about already that the lines for the slides might be long, or you've got a virtual line for Krakatoa and you can't do anything else. The lazy rivers, you can literally just go in them at any point whenever you want, because there's not like a line or whatever, you can just jump in and out. I'm assuming there's multiple points you can get into them as well, is there?
Oh yeah.
Very similar to Blizzard and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the rough river only has 2 areas you can get in and out of, but the winding river has probably like 4, I think.
To be fair, the Fearless River makes sense to only have a couple. You won't want people joining all the time because in case you like jump in and someone comes barreling into the back of you, so that makes sense.
The beauty of these
rivers.
Thank you. I lost my words there. Is that, like I say, you're waiting for a ride, you can go in. Rather than just sitting and twiddling your thumbs and waiting to do something, you're not doing anything but floating, but you feel like you're doing something, you're not wasting your time.
So much 100%. Fun. Yeah. Like the one.
Honestly, I'd pay my money and just spend all day in those things and be very happy.
Because
that is what I do.
Yep.
Even the river, it's even though not as big as some other places, it is fantastic. And the one thing I wish they would let you do, and it would probably keep me there the entire day, is bring a drink with you.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, I mean, think about it. You're on a floaty, you have your drink, and you're being dragged around. You have to do nothing. You just lie there and enjoy. How amazing you have, with the drink as well.
I don't think an inebriated Chris Zavala going around the lazy river is something Universal want happening.
First of all, shame on you to think I'm not inebriated going in there anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
Better
just saying
that he's already on the float when he gets inebriated as opposed to having to get inebriated for. Yeah.
So is it So you've got a float for the lazy river, and then you have to wear a life vest for the fearless river. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which
So
they used to do the floats when the park
when it
first
opened. Mm-hmm.
Which that was it was fun, scary but fun.
It was scary.
A
yeah.
rubber ring
So
was
we have to get close.
They're like those launch areas.
I assume you're talking about like a rubber ring type thing, are you?
Yeah.
Float,
Yeah, like the normal. Yeah.
But it would be
But-
practically impossible
hammer
to get back up on your float when you flip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get onto it when we start talking about the wave pools. I've had interesting experiences in wave pools before. Speaking of pools, there are multiple pools and beaches. There's 4 of them. There's Puke'uli Lagoon, Hammerhead Beach, The Reef, and Waturi Beach, which is the main pool, and that's got the wave pool in it. Which, interesting thing, when we stayed at Cabana Bay in a Volcano Bay view room back in December 2022.
Yes.
I'm pretty convinced
Said that long ago.
there was no water in that
No, it was empty.
pool
There was people walking about on it.
at like 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we never saw them fill it up. It was weird. Do they normally drain it?
Wait, the whole day there was no.
We don't
No,
know.
we
Water
were only
there.
there in the morning. We left and went over to Sapphire Falls at that point. But like when we went down to Bayliner. Tracy got breakfast because I just had my leftover voodoo donut, and we sat in front of our big floor-to-ceiling window and just looked at
Watched
Volcano Bay, and
It
that
was
pool
great.
was empty at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I think I remember you sending us a picture of that.
Weird. It's like
It's not uncommon to drain the entire system and put it back in there, probably for cleaning or processing the water.
it's very strange because it got quite late. And we were like, they still haven't filled it up. Like, how long does it take to fill that pool up? It's more what we were thinking. It's like, it's 8:30. The park opens at probably 9. And yet, the pool's still empty.
Honestly, probably not that long because
It's
of the
fast.
wave. Yeah, the wave thing that's at the back that produces those waves. They can probably just open up some kind of like
That's like
Yeah,
a
the big
sluice.
sliding door that just rushes
probably.
out.
Yeah. So Chris, you've already said that you're not a sunbathy person. Michelle, I feel like you're a relaxer. The beaches, the pools, somewhere you spend time?
Yeah, Krista really loves the wave pool. It's not my favorite thing. I don't really like being
Drowned.
jostled around like that, but she enjoys it. The beach, like the loungers there at the Waturi Beach, get really crowded. So it's
Yeah, of
not
course,
really
'cause
my
it's the
favorite
main
place to
beach.
hang out.
Yeah.
The Reef, relaxing pool and clear tubes. What would that be, Chris?
Here's the thing. If you want to laugh, I am looking these up as we're recording because I didn't even know these things existed. And I think I've been in them, but I just never really realized it's a thing. Like I thought it was just
Clear
side
tubes.
area.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
the slides go through the water, like the ones at SeaWorld. Do you remember when Aquatica opened?
yes.
So is
There
that
is
the
a
one
little
that's right
side
next to
pool.
the wave pool?
I guess so.
No, isn't that the one that goes through the what is it?
Kokiri.
I don't know.
Kiri, yeah. That one goes next to this side pool that you can like watch people from.
When you
have
say
seen that.
watch
Oh,
people, it's
okay.
like, whoosh, and they've gone. It's like when Aquatica opened and they had the Commerson's dolphins, and like, oh, you'll be able to see them as you go through the tube. And like, whoosh, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah.
They can see you.
Yeah, but you have no chance of catching a bloody dolphin as you're flying through that tube at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So the leisure pool is the one that's to the right of the wave pool.
For those in England, that is leisure. That is a leisure pool.
That is my favorite. That's one of my favorite places to hang out. And then Hammerhead Beach must be that beach area that's over next to one of the entry points for the winding river.
Yes, that I did see. I
Okay.
think that is that, which is weird. I feel like it's weird to call that Hammerhead Beach because it's literally an entrance and an exit for the river. I think it's a bit of a stretch
but
there.
there is a pretty big. It's a pretty big sandy area with lots of chairs.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm talking more about the water portion, not so much the beach. But yeah,
Yeah. No, there's not. I mean, beach is a stretch because you're not really able to like stand.
Yeah.
It's just like the steps to go down into the lazy river. But the beach, like the actual sand area, is pretty big. That's a pretty quiet area to go grab a lounger if you want to be
Okay.
away from the hustle and bustle of the crowds.
I'm just wondering if that was one of the few sandy bits that we walked over.
Maybe.
Because it was almost like a big triangle. It was next to one of the bridges. It was next to some water, but it was really quiet. And I was like, mental note, if I'm going to come to one of these, this would be it.
You know, it was nearly 6 years ago we did
but I still remember places in it that I want to go to.
I don't much about that at all.
Well, I would love to have a Volcano Bay day at a weekender, but it's definitely not going to be in February if you want to get me out there.
Or
March.
just a staff day.
Too cold.
Sounds like a weeker we're doing now at this point.
It does.
Maybe.
I'm not doing a
going back
weeker.
to the Waturi Beach. Yes, I don't do a lot of beaching like that. I do use that wave pool a lot, but I will say one of the things that would draw me for Volcano Bay nights is that beach. So I have some of my best photos from Universal are during sunset in front of in that beach. There's something magical with the sun coming down, the volcano right there, and then the light packages turn on inside of that park, and then you got to leave. And I always remember every single trip we go there, we end there at the Waturi Beach because everything else is winding down. There's still some shops open there in the front, and it's really breathtaking if it's a clear day and you have all that. So that, like I said, for Volcano Bay nights, it's going to be awesome to be able to just stay there for the next few hours as well.
Yeah. Are you going to get to go to that, Chris?
I want to try to go to that, to be honest with you. I just got to figure out logistics of other things. Yeah. That's the biggest concern in my life at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable. Kids areas. We have Runamooka Reef, which really sounds like it should be part of Toon Lagoon, and Totiki Reef.
I'm guessing, Michelle, this is where you would have spent some time.
I did. It's really, really nice areas. Obviously, not obviously, but Carissa was too big for Totiki Reef by the time we went. But they're right next to each other, and they're really strict about. Yeah, they're really strict about age limits and stuff. So they would not let Carissa ride the tot stuff because she was too big. But Runamooka Reef it's really big. And what's nice is it's very much enclosed. There aren't any like scary water areas where children might drown. So good. You're very enclosed. There's lots of seating around for parents, and the entry and exit of that area is fairly small. So if you trust your kids or they're big enough and you know they're not going to leave that area, you can sit just about anywhere. But like me and at the age Krista was at, I just grabbed one of the chairs that was next to the entry exit area and let her do her thing. And there's some fairly big slides there for little kids that she would not go on, but there was also nothing slides that she was more than happy to do. So it's a pretty cool place to just go if you want to like your children to be entertained and you get to rest. That's a good place to do it.
I will be looking forward.
Yes, Chris, you will be for sure.
Yeah.
You will. You'll get to try out the Totiki Reef.
Hell yeah! I know we have walked through there because obviously when we first went, we want to see every single thing, but no, we never spent any time there. But it looks awesome though, especially for a kid.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, you can, as a parent, you can go up in the play areas with your kids. You just can't go down the slides.
That's good. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very such a short time. Lex and I were in there because I'm like, this is just weird. Me walking in here without a kid.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, moving on. Of course, one of the big things when the park first opened, and it's been scaled back a lot since it first opened, was the food and drink offerings at Volcano Bay. And it's something that was on that trip at 2019 where my stomach wasn't great for the most on the trip, and I really wanted one of those ice creams. You know, the fusion. We didn't get anything because we
weren't given the opportunity to, were we?
We could have done if we'd wanted to. You just won't if no one else is. So we never got. But there's Bamboo Chef, the Feasting Frog, Kaduku Boat Bar, Waka Wai Wai Eats, Dancing Dragons Boat Bar, and the Kohola Reef Restaurant and Social Club. So guys, food. The pizzas, I think I've seen the longboard pizzas. They look really good.
Delicious.
The biggest thing I've had, I think, was at the Feasting Frog. Is that where you get those tacos, Chris?
Yep. Which I think they scaled those back. Like that place had so much food. And then I think it went last time we were there, it was just like 2 or 3 items. I know Alexa was kind of bummed out because that place had some seafood items, I think, as well, that she liked. and there were no there, unfortunately.
Darn. The wait, I've never had a great experience with wait times for food. Even if there wasn't a long line of people, it seems like it took forever for them to make our food in the times that I've been.
Even with mobile ordering, I would agree with you. Like I had not great experiences.
The Dancing Dragons boat bar, that's like that main bar right there next to the beach, right? Well, to be honest, I'm envisioning all of this in my head, but I don't really pay attention to like the specific names of the places.
Yeah.
I've been to both.
Especially,
How about that?
Yeah, especially at Volcano Bay, because you can't pronounce half of them.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing because we don't cover Volcano Bay much on the show because none of us really go that often.
Well, the drinks at that place are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the ice cream there have been many times, especially when we have, only when we have Volcano Bay tickets on our annual passes, there have been many times that the girls and I have literally just popped into Volcano Bay real fast before it closed just to grab ice cream and head back out.
That's the Waturi Fusion, isn't it? Isn't that like a swirl with 3 flavors in?
Well, you can get that, but they also have other flavors that you can do. And then, of course, they have toppings and stuff too. But like banana, you can swirl like banana and chocolate. Oh, so good.
We've never done it. Crazy enough.
I love it so much.
Sounds good to me.
Options, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Food, all the food I've ever had there at all has been amazing.
Yeah.
Never had any bad experience.
Bad food there.
We haven't tried anything, but we've watched enough like vlogs and stuff, and everything that people get looks really good. But like I say, it was one of those things we talk about it a lot on the show, that when a new place opens, like Toothsome, you look when Toothsome opened, the menu was massive. And then they seem to give it 6 months where they see what's popular and they see what's doing well, and then they sort of scale back everything else. And they seem to do that massively with Volcano Bay when it opened.
Yeah. The other thing, too, I remember from our last trip was, and this happens at the other parks, too, but if you go during, prime food time, which would be like 11:30 to maybe 1:30 or 2, it is such a long wait for food. Crazy long. And I remember it specifically last time. We went there like at a weird time, but we didn't eat any breakfast. We were beyond starving, and I was just walking down the sidewalk to find anything, a bag of chips, whatever it was. Little side booths that sell, sodas, waters, chips, still had a long line. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone wants to know a bit more about Volcano Bay, go back and listen to episode 308, where we did actually talk to Justin Martin, who was one of the designers of Volcano Bay, and I can't believe that was that long ago.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting episode. Again, just looking at the design for the park, because we've said it before, like, it's designed so well because it's not a particularly big area when you look at it, but inside it feels like you are like Chris, you've said, it's literally butts up against I-4, and it doesn't feel like it at all. You
would never know it.
No, not at all.
Until you get to the top of one of the slides.
Yeah.
You would never know it.
And even if you look at an overhead picture, because I was looking at this the other day, we were talking about the expansion land that they have there to make it, bigger. And I saw an aerial photo of it, and it still blows my mind that it looks tiny because you have the hotel right there, and it dwarfs the park. But when you're in there, you don't feel that at all.
Not at all. And that reveal when you walk up from the entrance and round the corner and see that beach and the volcano for the first time is just breathtaking.
It really is.
It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, it definitely puts you in a mood.
Yeah, a couple of pointers. One is to bring your own towel, or you have to pay to rent one. Okay. And if you are a hotel guest, you can bring the towels from your hotel and leave them there at the park.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay. And obviously something we haven't broached as well as if you're staying at Cabana Bay, they have a dedicated entrance so you can walk to Volcano Bay, which is phenomenal.
No, it's so Aventura and Cabana Bay have dedicated pathways directly
Aventura
to
does as well, does it? I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, directly. We've used both of them. And when we stayed at Aventura and we were heading over to Volcano Bay, we asked the pool guy, like, hey, where's the path? And he was like, it's right there. Don't forget to grab some towels from the pool. So we grabbed some. And he's like, I said, do we have to bring them back? And he's like, nope, just drop them in the bins there.
It's nice.
So if you're staying in Sapphire, can you just walk across and use them?
I mean, I
Somebody
guess
else's
you
towels,
could.
too.
Yeah. So effectively, then, if you're staying at Sapphire, you could use that path because it's literally like 2 seconds away from Aventura.
Yeah, and they're really quick paths, like especially the one from Cabana Bay. You literally go straight to security in like 2 minutes.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Very, very fast.
And then obviously, if you're getting to it from any of the other hotels, it's dedicated buses there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Seen plenty of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, for the first time ever,
I've already mentioned it.
yep, Volcano Bay nights will happen on selected Saturday nights, including April 12th, 26th, and May 3rd, 10th, and 17th. And this is an all-new limited capacity event and will include access to Krakatoa Aquacoaster, Koakiri Body Plunge, and Kala and Tainui Serpentine Body Slides. And there's a live DJ on Waturi Beach.
There you
That's
go, Chris.
cool.
Be so cool.
There are also hula hoop and limbo contests under the park's iconic 200-foot Krakatoa volcano. Whoop whoop.
Fun. I mean, riding Krakatoa Aquacoaster at night, that sounds pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly. I'm surprised
Bet
it
that
took them this long
Yeah.
to do an after-hours event. Because again, like Chris, you mentioned it there, like we've complained about islands that you never get to see Islands of Adventure in the dark yet. The light packages on, like the Hulk and Kong and Velocicoaster, but it's rare that the parks are open that late. And the same with this, that they kind of hinted at it when the park first opened that we were going to get something, like a nighttime show or something. And it's took them, like, when did this open? Like 2016, 2017, something like that. So it's been open.
17, I think.
Yeah, it's been open 8 years and it's took them this long.
It's crazy because if you stay in a tower room that faces the park, it's literally a tease at nighttime.
Yeah.
That's
You have all
beautiful.
on, you can watch it. Like, I want to be there, but yeah.
I don't even close my window when I stay in my curtains when I stay in one of those rooms because I just like want to stare at the volcano.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meet some of the beloved DreamWorks characters. We get Shrek, Fiona, Puss in Boots, Kitty Softpaws, King Julian, and Alex. That's awesome. And then also Poppy Branch and Guy Diamond from Trolls.
So they're going to have to clean the pool out after that because there's all glitter in it.
Yep.
And they're all in bathing suits.
Whoop whoop.
Complimentary treats will also be available for guests to dine, including spicy island shrimp and cheesy cliffside seashell pasta, as well as more than 100 drink choices and refills throughout the event with a complimentary Volcano Bay Freestyle souvenir cup. In addition, specialty food and beverage items will be available for purchase at Kohala Reef Restaurant and Social Club, Dancing Dragons Boat Bar, and Coca-Poroca Ice Cream Kona.
Coca-Poroca, Chris. That's there for you. The ride's there. Coca-Poroca.
Or maybe it's Cacaparaka.
No, it's Coca-Poroca.
Is it Coca-Poroca? Nice.
Coca-Poroca. Volcano Bay Nights tickets are available for purchase and they are $99 plus tax per person. Parking is included. Guests can arrive as early as 4 p.m. to enjoy the park ahead of the exclusive event beginning at 7 p.m. and will run until 10 p.m. So it's $100 plus tax from 4 till 10 p.m. 6 hours. That's
6
not bad.
hours. And I'll be there.
I mean, if you come in at 4, that's a good. Okay, well,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have
thanks.
to.
at 7 p.m. only for 3 hours.
Yeah, you would have to go in at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the actual event's only running for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad price.
For 3 hours?
No, if you
if you're doing
you're
the full
sensible, you
6
go
hours.
for
For
4.
4. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a terrible price, but it's so close to being a good price. I feel the timing just kind of 3 hours is feels like it needs more time to do that. At
3
least
hours is
midnight.
a long
We stay until
time.
midnight.
It depends. So again, it's going to go back to what we talked about with Epic Universe when they have said it is a limited capacity event. But what does a limited capacity event mean? So you want to literally be able to walk on. So I want it to be, if I was going, like Michelle's experience of Premium Scream last year. So she wasn't waiting for food. She was walking straight through the houses. That's what you want it to be for $99 because you don't want to be waiting for 3 hours because you want to experience every slide. Plus you want to get your food and you want to have some drinks and you want to experience the atmosphere. 3 hours isn't a long time.
It's not.
What times does the sun normally set at that time of year?
It'll be setting that daylight savings is next week, so it will be
7
8
or
o'clock.
8.
7 or 8 o'clock.
So it's not even going to be dark when the event starts, potentially.
Well, I was going to say they
it will
should
not
start
be.
the event. They should start the event at 6 because most of the time the park closes to regular guests at 6. So if the event did 6 to 10, that'd be a little bit better. But I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I like that they do it to 4, right? It's similar to
Like the Disney parks.
Do that.
No, it's like the Disney parks, isn't it? It's like when we went to like
No,
Mickey's
I
Not
mean
So
the
Scary
actual event itself starts at 6, but then you can get in as early as 3. Like that would be.
Okay. Yes, I would agree. See, that would be more of a value, I think.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to reach. If anybody's going, listener-wise, Producers Club members are going to go specifically. Reach out because I'd love to do like a round table talk about this because I think we should cover it because it's it's the first time they've done it and we'll see whether it's something that goes down well. Because again, kind of talking about the same thing, it's going to be interesting to see what Premium Scream looks like this year because I had a friend of mine reach out to me about it this week. But anyway, yes, Volcano Bay. If you are a water park person, Volcano Bay is awesome. It is stunning. Just to walk round and enjoy. I wish they did a non-ride ticket. Like half price just to go in and eat some food and kind of just wander around.
Yeah, but they'd have this weird mix of people in the bathing suits and people not.
It'd still be shorts and t-shirt.
I think it might look weird.
I don't think it would be, because anyway, let's not go down that route.
That's going to do it for this week. So send us your hilarious, how bad is Fast and Furious, supercharged jokes, and your epic which stick gets your lick recordings to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Plus, don't miss out and join the amazing Producers Club community today at uuop.supercast.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.
Are you insane? Get out of here. The curse, it's real. The podcast is over. So, the Magi want you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcast news and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us by emailing us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, email us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Silence! With your subscriptions, we shall rule for all eternity. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Prepare yourself for your next trip by emailing Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. We hope you enjoyed your podcast. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the prepare to forfeit your souls. Check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Rush of Fear, Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info, the Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando Food podcast, and the newest podcast on the network, the Port Key Passport, our Disney-centric podcast. So hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I would have enjoyed this podcast a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.